Your hybrid works hard. It's time someone worked just as hard for it. Welcome to Hybrid Auto Centre, HBR. We're your local specialists in hybrid and EV care. From smart system cleaning, precise engine maintenance, to fully reconditioned hybrid batteries. Whether it hums, purrs, or glides, we know how to keep it moving. Find us at Unit 6, 29 Wigman Road, Nottingham. Call us 0786 786 3017. Hybrid Auto Centre. Powering servicing with care.
Auzubillahiminashaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammadin wa sallim wa salli alayhi. My dear brothers and sisters, you are listening to Radio Dawn 107.6 FM. Short while ago, Aiza Naveed and Aiza Nasrullah and Zainab Naveed presented some part of Quran. And before we begin, I want to take a moment to reflect on something very important, the Quran itself, and what it means for us, especially for young Muslims growing up in today's world. The Quran is not just a book that we recite beautifully, or something we only open in Ramadan or during Islamic studies lesson. It is something far greater than that. It is living guidance from Allah, meant to shape how we think, how we behave, and how we make decisions every single day of our life. So it's not just a book, isn't it? It is a way of life. So Allah tells us in the Quran, indeed this Quran guides to that which is most upright. So, my dear brothers and sisters, this is a powerful statement. Allah is telling us that Quran does not just guide us in a simple matter of worship, but it guides us to the best and most correct way of living in every situation. जो हमारे ऊपर सूरत हाल होती है, उसमें हम कैसे जिंदगी गुजार सकते हैं, वो हमें कुरान बताता है. ये सिर्फ ये नहीं है कि रमजान में कुरान मजीद खोला और that's it. So when life becomes confusing, when we are unsure what is right or wrong, or when we feel pressure from others, the Quran is meant to give us clarity. It helps us to stay firm. And when the world around us is pulling us in a different direction, so what we need to do, open the Quran and ask, okay, what is the guideline? These days, there are a lot of, that the latest study showing that the university students, even they are suffering from depression, anxiety. So what we need to do? We need to contact with Quran. For young people growing up in UK and other Western countries, life can be full of different influences. At school, you meet people from many backgrounds. You learn many ideas and you are exposed to different opinions, values, and lifestyles. And on top of that, social media brings even more voices into your life. बहुत सारी आवाज़ें आपको आती हैं, बहुत सारे बैकग्राउंड के लोग आपके सामने आते हैं, वो अपना अपना बिलीफ बयान करते हैं और इसमें कोई हरज वाली बात नहीं है. There is no harm at all. You need to respect them. If they have a different opinion than you need to respect them. But in all of this, a young Muslim needs something steady, something that does not change with trends or opinion, isn't it? You understand? So we are not going to change if somebody is going to do a different thing. Let them do whatever they want to do. But what we need to do, we need to understand what is my priority. Does it make sense? Okay, and that is where the Quran comes in. It is like a compass. It helps you know where you are going, even when everything around you feel uncertain. Sometimes when we miss the destination because navigation is not right. So what we need to do, we need to put a right address. Okay. So this is the book about which there is no doubt, a guidance for the conscience of Allah, subhanallah. So the Quran not meant to be distant from our daily lives. Even, that what we need to do, guys, even for 5 minutes, we can read 5 ayah, 5 verses. when we are going to go for a breakfast, and the consistency is important. Even we are going to read 5 verses, lot of, that we got the majestic Quran translation here, so we just can read 5 minutes before breakfast. We just read for 5 minutes. You know that in old days in our villages, the old ladies, our dadi, nani, they was reading the Quran early in the morning. Now, unfortunately, even the youngster moms, they don't read the Quran. So how we will get some message? So the Quran is not meant to be a distant from daily lives. It is meant to be a practical. It is meant to be a guide how we speak to our parents, how we treat our friends, how we behave in school, how we use social media, and how we respond when we are tested with different choices. Okay, so students can ask you, your colleagues can ask you, so why you are a bit different from the others? So you have those kind of the answers of that, isn't it? So we will begin with two, that short surahs, Zainab and Aiza, they actually read, mashallah, beautifully. Now we are going to ask few questions, both of you, and hopefully, inshallah, you will answer those questions. And these are questions which are quite simple, isn't it? These are not a difficult question. So it's a kind of discussion. I want to explore how the Quran connects to the real life, especially for young Muslim growing up in the West. Okay, so first question for Zainab. So why do you think, Zainab, Allah wants us to understand the Quran, not just read it?
Because if we only read it without understanding, it becomes routine. But when we understand it, we can apply it in real situations like school, friendship, and social media.
MashaAllah, exactly. So, in Western countries, children are constantly exposed to different values from school, media, and friends. If the Quran is only recited by not understand, it cannot guide decisions in real life. Understanding it helps build identity, confidence, and moral charity. And the one most important thing is that if we are not reading the Quran, we can't answer those questions. Like, that, for example, hypothetically, some student ask you about the evolution. So if you don't know about the evolution, and you know that there is not any difference between evolution and theory of Islam, so you can easily tell them, isn't it? Okay, question for Aiza. Aiza, many Muslim children in Britain can read Arabic but don't understand it. So what should they do?
I think they should read translations, ask teachers or parents, and try to learn the meaning step by step. Even small understanding can make a big difference.
MashaAllah. So actually, in fact, in Western education system, we used to learning through explanation, not just memorization. So it is important that learning also include meaning, reflection, and discussion, not just reading. These days in university, what we teach people, active learning. Okay, so the student understand, student explain it in a better way, and they are going to explain again and again, so they can understand the right thing. Okay, so that is very important. Okay, Zainab, why is the Quran especially important for Muslim children growing up in Western society?
Because we are surrounded by many different opinions and lifestyles, the Quran helps us know who we are and what is right for us as Muslims.
MashaAllah. So it's very true. In Western societies, children are encouraged to be independent thinkers, which is not bad. But sometimes they are also exposed to confusion about identity, value, and morality. The Quran gives us a stable foundation, not to isolate children from society, but to help them engage with it confidently and responsibly. So that's why, that this is the country where you can, even you are a Muslim, if even you are in any background, If even you are an immigrant, so you will get a proper opportunity, isn't it, Aza? So can you give me any example? Like Shabana Mahmood, she is the home secretary of this country. So her father came from Pakistan, Kashmir, and it means that if you are understanding these things, so you can easily cope it, isn't it? Okay, now let's take a real situation. Okay, so Zainab, this is for you. So your best friend asked you to lie to a teacher to protect them. So what you will do?
I will try to support my friend, but I will not lie. Instead, I will encourage them to tell the truth or face the consequences honestly.
Okay, yes. Okay, situation two for Aiza. Okay, a new student is being mocked because of their accent or language. So what you will do, Aiza?
I will stand up for them or report it. In the UK, schools promote respect and inclusion, and Islam also teaches us to protect others from harm.
Very good, very good. Okay, the next question is for Zainab. So, Zainab, everyone in your group is doing something you know is wrong. So, Zainab, in that situation, what you will do?
I will try not to follow them even if I feel left out. In Western culture, independence is valued, so I will use that independence to make the right choice.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, Aiza. So, someone posts a rude comment about you online. So, in that situation, what you will do?
I will not respond with anger. I will step back, think, and respond calmly or ignore it. Social media can escalate quickly, so self control is important.
MashaAllah. And final question for Zainab. If you could give one message to Muslim children in the West about the Quran, so what would it be?
So I will say, don't just read the Quran, understand it, and let it guide your decision.
Aiza, uh, what do you think?
And use it in your daily life, especially in school, friendships, and online behavior.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, wonderful, wonderful. Both of you did amazing job, MashaAllah, wonderful. And you have some idea now. These are some examples, okay? So how we can behave, how we can get the help from Quran, isn't it? So today we can summarize everything in three words, and that is read, understand, and live. So, what is benefit of reading, Aiza? Why we read?
We understand what we can do with our actions.
MashaAllah, and understand and live mean read the Quran, understand its message, and live by its values. And one important thing, you know that we are the representative of majestic Quran. So another thing, what you need to do, you need to spread this message to all over the world. Okay, so we published the majestic Quran, and our goal is to spread this to the 1 million people. Okay, in a Western world full of choices, opinions, and pressures, the Quran is not just a book of worship, it is a guide for identity, character, and decision making. You know that the Sister Crystal, she is a white British lady. I think that Fatima told you about
Yeah,
her.
yeah. So
So she's on TikTok. She got 300,000 followers, and she came in our center and she told about what she told. Okay, so she told lot of stories about her, and she's on. You know that when you search on Sister Crystal, so she got a lot of stories about Quran, and you know I was watching her TikTok, and she expressed in a very good way about different meaning of Quranic verses. So Subhanallah, she was amazing. Okay, so may Allah make the Quran the light of our hearts and guide of our children in every society. Ameen, summa ameen. And may Allah give us tawfiq to spread the message to all over world. Ameen, summa ameen.